the most powerful tool for any agent on earth. We call this a single line stat page. With the single line stat page, this is where we go from emotion to black and white. Now, in every MLS, ours probably looks different than yours. I've never encountered an MLS that doesn't provide, in some form or fashion, a single line stat page. During this journey of pricing, we're taking people going from pictures and emotion to averages and black and white reality, right? Just simple numbers on a page. And when you get really, really good at utilizing this tool, you have your actives, your pendings, and your solds. On this, it's going to give you list price to sell price ratio. When I say list price to sell price ratio means the original list price that somebody had versus the final sales price of any price adjustments they made over time. It's a very powerful tool, conversation to utilize. Then the second piece of this is, of course, you're going to have average above ground square footage, finished square footage. You're going to have average days on market. And this now takes them out of emotion and into reality. And now we can start to have a very simple conversation about reality. So if you're going to utilize this, or I hope you do, is when you're talking about the active, so if we need this, and I'm going to talk about later how to present it, we can go, great. So I know, John, you said that you wanted to list at 500,000. Well, let's take a look. We looked at the actives. The actives right now, the three of them, are all currently at about 475. Now you're wanting to list at 500, and these actives at 475 on average haven't sold in an aggregate of 18 days. So John, if we were to list it at 500,000, and these ones haven't sold at 475 and they've been sitting on the market, what do you think is going to happen to your home? Okay. We're going to talk about pricing objections here in a moment. Cool. Then the pendings are what's happening in real time, but we don't know what the final sales price is yet, right? Because they haven't closed. So we have a finger on the pulse for pendings, right? And if you need more pendings to tell your story, great. As you can see on this example, we had more than 3, right? But if the pendings help tell your story, then that helps tell your story. And then when you look at the closed, now we get to reality land. Whatever the actives want, don't matter. That's fantasy world. Whatever the pendings are, we don't know because those actually haven't closed yet. But here's what we know is reality. And then we can go through. Now, in doing this, if you're in a residential neighborhood, you can use price per square foot a lot to prove your story, but make sure you did your numbers ahead of time. If you go, okay, look, based on average finished square footage, I take that number, multiply it times their price per square foot, that's going to give you a number. And let's say that that number is 475, right? Seller goes, I want 550. You go, okay, I understand that. So at 550, I'm going to take 550 divided by your square footage. That means you're going to be at $280 a square foot. I know that's not the right math. I'm just spitballing here. John, all of the other properties that have recently sold for $220 for every square foot in the home. Can you help me get to where we're going to explain to the buyers where that extra $50 of square footage is coming from? Well, Brendan, I mean, again, I put in new linoleum in the bathroom. We've got a heated toilet seat. I mean, did you not see all of the special features? Like, obviously, I understand, John, but some of these other homes had special features too. So this is what the market's telling us on average of what the market value is for the home. So remember that diagram, I pulled a triangle back out. We go 10% over this. Right now, you're wanting to go 35% over market value. And when we're at the top of this triangle, nobody comes. Okay? So this tool is your best friend on earth when you really get comfortable with utilizing it. But also, side note on this, if it doesn't help you, if that sheet doesn't help you, and when I'm saying is helping you is going, if there's weird comps and they're all over the place and the square footages don't make sense and all of these things, and if you think it's going to confuse the seller more, then go just use your regular comps. Use the pictures, use everything else, and just go, this one has this, 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 and this. John, can I ask, do you feel, is your property similar to this home? Better than this home? or maybe not quite as nice as this home. I use that when I ask comps all the time and let them go. And you'll see them go through this level of emotion where they're like, I mean, I think it's pretty comparable to ours. I mean, they've got similar square footage. Ours has wood floors, but theirs has, it seems like they have wood floors too. Yeah. I would say it's similar. But, you know, one of the things they don't have, Brendan, and they'll always go to this, and I go, but again, I understand, right? Then if there's a home that's just brand new or completely remodeled, and I'll go, same question. Do you think this is similar to yours? Is this comparable, better than your home or more valuable than your home from what you can see here? Or do you think, right? And just have that conversation and let them do it. I'm never, write this down, I'm never telling or recommending what they should price it at. I don't say I think, my opinion is, I recommend. All I do is go, here's what the data is telling you. And my favorite line in real estate, John, here's my concern. Here's my concern. And I go into my smooth jazz Sunday, slow jam voice. Anytime we're talking about price, super sensitive subject, I slow it down. John, here's my concern. You want to be at 550, but the market value is telling us 475. So my concern is, and then I pull out this time on market, beautiful document. Now, this document, I utilize all the time to go, if, as you see here, we're priced above the actives and they've been on the market 18 days, we know that our best ability to get you the highest price possible, and we do this for our MLS, we'll put the formula in the vault to show you exactly how to create this own graph for your MLS. This is for the Denver Front Range. So if you're in Denver, you're in luck, just use this. But it changes, right? We redo this every 6 months. But we know that right now, on average, this is what it looks like. List price to sell price. If you sell in the first 7 days, you're going to get 100% or higher of your asking price. When that drops down to 18 to 14 days, right away, almost 2% comes right off the top. 2% on $1 million home is quite a bit of money. Now, when we get into 50 plus days, 85.5%. 15% value difference on average. So John, if you were listed at $1 million, that means that you would be settling at 850 because you sat on the market. People start to think that there's things wrong with your property, that you're getting desperate, right? Because sometimes, here's my favorite objection. We're in no rush, Brendan. We're in no rush. If we get our price, we'll get our price. We're in no rush. I understand you're not in a rush, but pricing strategy matters because the buyers set the market value for their home. And every day you're on the market, you become a depreciating asset. Just like the second you roll a car off the car lot, it depreciates immediately. Every day, every minute, every hour we're on the market, the buyers in their eyes feel that the value of it's going down because if it was so great, why didn't everybody buy it? Well, Brendan, it only takes one. We just got to wait for that one buyer. We have a unique home. It's super unique, Brendan. You can tell. All we need is that one buyer. I sold a home 30 years ago and we were on the market for 2 months and then finally the right buyer walked in. Listen, we're not trying to bet on a lottery ticket. John, Susie, I'm trying to deliver you, or I'm not trying, I want to make sure that you're in a position, your home is beautiful, it is unique, but if no one ever comes into the door to see it, you're never going to be in a position to even get offers, turn offers down, or negotiate offers. I'd rather have you in a position of playing offense instead of being in defense, because when you're in defense, especially in the listing game, you can see right here, every day is going to hurt your overall value. And I would be doing you harm as your real estate professional if I allowed you to do that. So now understanding all the data, where would you like to set the initial asking price? And then I shut up. After reviewing all the data, where would you like to set the initial asking price? I don't know, Brendan, what do you think? It's not what I think. Here's what the comparables are telling us. Right? We have all of this data. 475 is what the closed have sold at that have similar, different features and benefits than yours, but very, comparable as we looked at through those and through the pictures. The actives are here, But John, Susie, my concern is you go above 475, no one's going to get to see the amazing view that you have. No one's going to get to feel that heated toilet seat on their warm tush, right? If I can't get them here, they're not going to be able to experience that. Some sellers do not understand that they can turn down offers. That's a very big piece of getting through their mind. They think if they set a price, they go, well, if we set that price and we never sell at it, then what that is telling us is that the buyers don't feel that it's a strong enough value. So we have a couple of options. Number one, we add more value. Number two, we hope and pray that the right buyer shows up. Or number three, we adjust the pricing to get more people here. It's no different than Craigslist of its time. You have two similar mountain bikes. If one mountain bike isn't selling and the other ones are selling, you got to drop the price of your mountain bike or your old TV stand until somebody comes over to your house and picks the darn thing up. It's no different. We just overcomplicate it in our mindset. Okay? So this is a powerful tool.